I know Nebuchadnezzar wanted to look around the keep a little bit more. If there's anything else you want to do before the arrival phase happens, let me know, because that's going to happen before you guys bed down for the night.
All right.
So my hope is me and Eldikar and Edrahel will go together as we search. This way, we all can get a thorough search. I mean, since we're in no rush, we have the whole night. I'm actually at pretty good health. Like, I really did not take any major damage or whatever into that fight. So, like, I'm down to just walk around and really search every nook and cranny, no matter how many hours it takes.
Okay.
So first, I'm going to start inside the keep, and after that, then I'll eventually go out and search around the walls and the porticus and the rest of the things. See if there's any other, sewage routes or whatever there may be. I just want to get a thorough understanding of the place and find any loot.
Okay. So who is searching with you? Or are you guys all searching
I think
on your own?
Joel wanted us all to search together, right? Or are we splitting up?
Together.
I think that we should all search together because since we are in a rush, then there's no reason to split up.
Okay, so all of you can roll, or one of you can roll with advantage. Okay, so Eldikar, Edrahel, Nebuchadnezzar, give me an investigation.
Investigation.
And since you guys are taking your time and you're not in a rush and you're being very careful, I'm not going to give you advantage, but DCs will be lower.
That's an 11 for me.
Okay.
I got a 15.
All right.
How do you know when you get, when you can add it? Because my intelligence is a 16.
So you should have a list of skills next to that, and your investigation is going to be your intelligence modifier, which with a 16 would be a +3, and it's whether or not you're proficient in investigation.
Oh, so I have to have it checked.
Yes, if you're not proficient in it, then it's just your intelligence modifier.
Okay. And I got a 16 just off the dice.
Okay, and what's your intelligence modifier?
So 19.
Is a +3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 19 total.
4. Then I got a 19.
Okay. All right, so Nebuchadnezzar was a 15, Edrahel was an 11. Okay. You don't at first find any other secret passages or exits or entrances in or out of the keep. You don't see any grates or any rugs that you can pull away to find any underground passage that might lead outside the wall until Eldikar. You guys eventually make your way back upstairs. The lower level of the keep is actually there's a couple doorways out of the central area where you fought the orcish creature, but those doorways aren't just barricaded; they've actually been sealed off completely. Like someone stacked up stone and put some like mortar in the stone, and they're sealed. Like basically an unfinished wall has been placed. But you get back upstairs and you look through the study a little bit more. There was also a book on alchemy that I believe you grabbed. I forgot to mention it in the recap. While you're looking around the study, you notice something that Nebuchadnezzar didn't see earlier. Eldikar, you see a small gap in the wall where there's mortar between all of these stones that have been placed very carefully. And between two stones, you notice the mortar is actually missing. And you give it a bit of a nudge, and it feels loose. That's all you see at the moment. Nebuchadnezzar, he points that out to both you and Edrahel. You're kind of looking around the room. You see the drawer that you had ripped out of the desk earlier with the contents inside, and it's actually been completely pulled out of the desk. And you see a lip, barely, just a little edge of white underneath the drawer that you didn't see when you were investigating previously. So, Edrahel, you're along for the ride at the moment. But Eldukar, Nebuchadnezzar, you have the stone on the wall, you have the weird piece of white thing under the drawer. What would you both like to do?
I'm going to take the white thing out, pull it out.
Okay. You reach down, you lift up the drawer a little bit, and there's just a slip of white paper that looks like it was wedged under the drawer itself and not inside the drawer. You pull it out, cursory glance over it. It's about the size of effectively a business card. It's cardstock. It's kind of got like a thick parchment to it. It's not very malleable, but you don't notice any markings at the moment.
I'm going to give it to Edrahel, and I say, you got any special elf ways of reading any sort of invisible ink or something?
I make a perception check.
Yeah, sure. What are you trying to do?
Well, Nebuchadnezzar can't see anything, so I'm trying to perceive, like by touching it, even like any kind of smell or something with my elvish eyes, I can see that he can't.
Okay.
Taste.
Yeah, I'll allow perception instead of investigation. Go ahead.
Okay, here we go. Oh man, 16.
16.
Oh.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Giving it a bit of a whiff, you get the faint scent of dwarf fingers from Nebuchadnezzar as he hands it to you, which is extremely repulsive to your elvish scent. But aside from that, there's no odd scent to it. However, with your keen elven eyes, Edrahel, you do notice there is a very faint, almost discoloration, but really distortion along the face on one side of this piece of parchment. You're not able to really make out any fine details. You're not able to really deduce what it is or discern any kind of a language. But when you hold it just right, you're able to see almost like a sheen on one face of this piece of parchment. So there's something there that you can vaguely tell that there's something there, but you're not able to make out what it is.
So I tell the guys this. Has Eldakar told me about the crack in the wall? Not the crack, but the place that.
I don't know, Eldakar.
And I take the brick out by myself, or do I need to ask them to help?
You can grab the brick and attempt to take it out if you want, yeah.
Then I do that.
Okay. You get your hand.
Well, before I do that, I'm like, hey guys, look over here. And then I pull it out.
Okay. Hey guys,
The whole entire building just falls on us. One support beam.
You reach
Worst game of
your
Jenga
hand-
ever.
You reach your hand into the edges around the stone where there's the gap in the mortar, and you give it a tug, and as you do, you pull it about 2 inches out, and you hear a I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh god. This is how I die.
Thought for sure you were going to check for a trap, man.
8, 9, 10, 11.
11. Okay.
This is how I die, boys.
No, you're not going to die.
As I tell everyone to come look over here.
Hey
guys, look over here.
This.
You hear a click and you keep pulling for a moment, not really thinking too much of it. And as you pull the stone out and it just clears the hole, you notice there's a very fine, thin metal tube inside one edge of the mortar. And there's this little. You take 10 points of piercing damage as this metal rod juts into the side of your clavicle. There's another tube on the other side but that one misses you. It goes wide. You guys see it against the wall on the opposite side of the room and fall to the ground in a few different pieces. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Did have that much help in the first place, John?
Yeah.
16.
16. Okay. You take only 2 points of poison damage, and you feel this just pulsing of pain just creeping up into your neck, but you're able to resist and shrug off the effect, and you are not poisoned.
I'm not dead.
Which is great, because you would have disadvantage on all attack rolls and ability checks if you were poisoned.
This whole time, like, Haley is just talking Dalla's ear off because that's her grieving process. She just doesn't know what to do. She's distracting herself and like going on and on and on and on about nonsensical things. So Dalla's probably like.
This is one of those meanwhile back at the ranch moments.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch.
Yeah, so Edgehale and Nebuchadnezzar, you hear Eldon Kargay, "Hey guys, look at this."
My guy laughs a little bit, but then I'm like, oh, this is sad. This is serious.
I think that means I only have 1 hit point left. Because I had 3 points before and I only have 14 AC.
Oh man! Well, it's good that you saved, because it would have been 4 points. You took half damage on the poison.
So do I see like the poison? As, I guess like so. So thankfully the poison didn't set, but I look at him. I say, I could just get that out of that for you. Just go, say if you never need the help at all, you just let me know.
Oh, it's all right, Chad. Don't worry about it. I'll be all right.
I can do it.
What's your passive perception, Nebuchadnezzar?
11.
11. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Good to know.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a pretty generic. It's a pretty generic perception.
Okay. Your skills quite else.
So I'm gonna kind of
stick to the investigating for right now.
You guys need. You could take a short rest.
No.
This is.
They thought about it and they
risk
decided
involved. If there's no risk involved, then what's the whole point? So I'm gonna check the brick hole and see what I can find in there. I'm gonna go. You just push it aside.
Make an investigation check for me.
Okay, I'm gonna keep an eye out on like the little tubes there. Just kind of,
Learn from my mistakes, Chad.
Right, investigation of 5.
5. Easy enough. You peer inside. It's about this big. The wall doesn't move with you.
Oh no! Oh no! I'm gonna echo in there.
Inside the small nook, there's the 2 metal tubes that are set into the stone wall behind it. and there is a small wooden box inside of the nook. It's like a jewelry box in size. It's about this big.
All right. I just, with my grubby little hand,
I just stop it. I just like slap that hand off. All right.
Oh,
Stay
I just
still,
look at him
dwarf.
just in shock and awe, just
Stop.
unable
Stop.
to even comprehend this disrespect that I'm feeling right now.
All right, then I just like take my sword and I just like go on the side just to move it a little bit, and I try to move the box with my sword first to see that there are no other traps that are being set. Right?
Make a dexterity saving throw with advantage.
All right.
I'm kidding. You're fine. You manipulate the box a little bit with your sword, and it moves off of the little spot that it was set on, and there's no effect.
All right. I put my sword as if it was a spatula, and I just take the box like
Yeah,
that.
you get the box on your sword, and you slowly pull it out, and you're holding your sword out like this. And there's
Like a
there's a small little box on your on the tip of your sword.
All right, so I put it on the table.
Okay.
All right.
I think I deserve to open it since I got through the trap.
I suggest that you take a step back. You know, we don't want you to get hurt at all.
Edgerhell, what's your passive perception? Not Edgerhell, Eldacar.
I was like,
Where's that?
wisdom.
Where's the passive?
So what are you proficient in perception?
Yes.
Okay, you are. So what's the total number next to your perception skill?
I don't have any number next to my perception skill.
Okay. So what's your wisdom modifier?
My wisdom modifier is +1.
Okay, so with proficiency, it's a +3, and that means your passive perception is 13. So with a 13, as you're saying that, you're still holding the stone in your hand, and the rough texture of the stone, as your fingers are kind of just moving along it, just mindlessly. The rough texture, you find a patch where it's smooth, and it catches your attention. And you turn over and you look at the inside edge of the stone that was up against the wall, and you notice that there is a slight indentation in there. You get the sense that the stone that you pulled out of the wall is also hollow.
Okay. I give it to Chad and be like, here you go. You can open it for me.
Oh yeah, of course I will.
You do. You open it up, and out falls a small, about 1.5 inch by 2.5 inch piece of parchment paper, nearly identical to the one that you found in the desk.
Oh, well, reading. Is it all we do here is read? Any new Warhammer? Of course not. Only read. We get in this castle here. I'm not trying to rant to everybody, but we get in this castle here. Big sorcerer, no secret sword, no cool dwarven helmet, no dragon's bane slayer weapon, bloody parchment. I take it, I unroll it, and I try to read it.
It's just a little piece of parchment, like the little white card that you found under the drawer a few minutes ago.
All right.
Nothing to unroll, sorry.
I look it over. I mean, is there anything on it?
He
Not that you
rolls
can
it up
see.
and unrolls it.
Make a perception check.
All right. I'm gonna sniff it.
Actually, for you, I would call this investigation. Yeah.
I'm gonna rub my grubby fingers all over it, feel for the textures.
Yeah.
Oh, 6.
6. Appears to be a blank piece of parchment paper.
All right. I'm just gonna place it on Drahel's sword, because the sword's still out, so I'm just gonna lay it on there.
Sword still.
Okay.
But I want to put it really near the tip. This way he can't really reach and get it. It's gonna be very hard for him to actually pull it off of there.
I look at him and was like, are you serious? All right. And I just grab it. And then may I do a perception check to see if I see something the same as the other? So.
Because of your elven senses, I will allow you to make a perception check.
I mean, I got dwarven senses. I just want you to know that. I got it, I just let you know.
Yes.
15.
15. It appears to have the same slightly distorted
Shimmer.
shimmer.
Is that the only thing that it has in common with the other one?
It's relatively identical. You can compare the two if you'd like.
Yes.
Okay. Make an investigation check this time.
There's some Sherlock Holmes stuff going on here, man. He's in like his mind palace right now, like comparing the two, and it's
non-nat 20.
Whoa, see?
Unnatural 20. Okay. You looking at the two different pieces of parchment, they don't look identical. The distorted pattern that you're seeing on them, they don't perfectly match. You start kind of holding them together, and you find there is an orientation where if you put the two cards next to each other, the design, if you will, carries from one card to the next.
All right, I tell the guys this. Does it seem that there's a place for another missing one, or are these the only two?
I would say with the unnatural 20, it does look like there are curved pieces that exit on a few edges, and it does look like there's at least room for one or two more.
All right.
All right.
I'll bet you 3 silver it's a map. And we gotta hold it near some sort of flame, and it will light up. But don't put it in the fire, duh. But like near the flame, enough to get a little, and I'm just curious what's in the box. So I just open up the little box on the table.
Okay. As you're saying that, you're like slowly getting closer.
Yeah, I'm like using that as my distraction to just get to the box.
And you
Wait, I was going to open the box.
You snatch the box off of the table, and it so like a perfect little cube, but there's I
have a very smug face as I look at Rahel as I open it up.
Yeah, you do. You open it up.
Yeah, you do.
You open it up, and inside you see 2 items.
Can I try to put this woman ring on my pinky finger? My
stumpy
little pinky finger.
Too small for your pinky finger.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, you can give it to Della.
I'll go. I mean, it's a pretty valuable ring, though. I'm not trying to, I just don't want her to get the wrong impression. But like, maybe the first ring would be like maybe something along the lines of like steel or copper, and we work our way up. Otherwise, I set the bar a little too high to start with, and now I can't own up to it. Now she's gonna expect one every week. I can't handle that. I got a budget. I got a handle. Anyway.